In this chapter you will learn what is voyage planning, who is responsible, and how do we comply with the rules, and how do we utilise the features and functions available in an ECDIS. The purpose of voyage planning is to support the bridge team and ensure that the ship can be navigated safely between ports from berth to berth. A voyage plan should cover ocean, coastal and pilotage waters, and according to STCW regulations, be planned in advance. A voyage plan should aim to establish the most favourable route while maintaining appropriate margins of safety and safe passing distances offshore. The following factors are amongst those that should be taken into account: the marine environment, the adequacy and reliability of charted hydrographic data along the route, the availability and reliability of navigational aids, coastal marks, lights and radar conspicuous targets for position fixing along the route. Type of cargo can influence en route selection. Any routing constraints imposed by the ship, for example, draft, type of cargo, etc. If possible, avoid areas of dense traffic. Take into account weather forecasts, current, tide, wind, swell, and visibility conditions. If possible, avoid areas with onshore set or areas where onshore set can be expected. Whenever possible, follow traffic separation schemes and follow ship reporting procedures. Check technical systems before departure and, if possible, take into account previous experience on their reliability. Take into account own experience with a planned route and type of ship. There are 4 main stages in the planning of a safe voyage. Appraisal, that is, collection of information and validation of all relevant information. Planning, that is, presentation of the raw data into information and the strategy to be used. Execution of tracking, voyage and communication control. Monitoring, that is, ensuring that the voyage plan is being followed. Voyage planning can be done the traditional way by using up-to-date paper charts and other relevant nautical information. If an electronic chart display information system with approved and up-to-date electronic navigational charts is available, such a system offers many possibilities for professional and efficient voyage planning. In the following pages, a description of functions which may be found on an ECDIS system is described. A base display represents the minimum amount of information permitted in a chart on the screen. A typical base display shows the following information: coastline, indication of subsea dangers, traffic systems, after startup of the ECDIS system, normally a so-called standard display is presented on the screen. A standard display normally includes the following information: coastline, indication of subsea dangers, traffic systems, chart boundary, aids to navigation, caution areas, caution notes. The navigator decides which elements are to be included in the standard display other than the base display information, which is always included. All other information in the chart database may be displayed on operator request when needed. Examples of such information are past track labels, spot soundings, depth curves, cables, land details, place names, object names, for example, buoy names and numbers, seabed text, light ranges, scale bar labels, latitude and longitude scale. The zoom function allows the navigator, in different ways, to select appropriate chart scale to the actual situation. The pan function allows the navigator to move the current chart on the screen in such a way that the appropriate chart segment is shown on the screen. Most ECDIS systems can operate in two modes: route monitoring, route planning. An ECDIS system, when powered up, will normally automatically start in route monitoring mode and displaying its own ship's position on the chart. The following definition of a route plan can be used in connection with ECDIS. A route plan is a description of how a voyage is to be carried out. The simplest version of a route plan consists of waypoints drawn in the chart. Straight lines, which show the intended sailing between points, connect the waypoints to each other. A waypoint is a position where the ship's course is to be changed. Waypoints can normally be inserted by pointing to the required position in the chart or typing in the actual latitude and longitude from the keyboard. The line connecting two waypoints is referred to as a leg. In an ECDIS, every stored route and waypoints gets its own unique identifier. A ship's course change can be described in detail by specifying the turn radius. The actual circle segment will be drawn on the chart. Off-track limit specifies a distance on both sides of the course line. Off-track limit is used to control the ship's deviation from planned track. To decide where, on a given course, the next waypoint should be located, can under certain circumstances be decided by a certain distance to a known mark, 2 marks observed through a straight line. The turn point functions allow the navigator to use these criteria to determine these points geometrically in the chart picture. The following information may be inserted in the route plan. route name, start time for route, waypoints. For each waypoint, the following information may be inserted: waypoint name, position, longitude and latitude, wait time at waypoint, turn radius, message, turn point, off-track limit, cruise speed, max speed. Based on these data, the ECDIS system can automatically calculate number of waypoint en route, estimated time of arrival, course of each leg, length of each leg, waypoints and corresponding data can be changed or removed. Waypoints can easily be moved on the chart. When a waypoint is moved, the part of the route that is affected is changed correspondingly. This means that